What would be a good name for a pig? Bacon, a playful and fitting name for a pig, especially if you plan to raise it for its meat. Ham, another fun name for a pig, especially if you plan to raise it for its meat. Piggy, a cute and affectionate name for a pig. Porky, a playful name for a pig, especially if you plan to raise it for its meat. Peppa, a cute and playful name, inspired by the popular children's show Peppa Pig. Oink, a simple and playful name for a pig. Snuffles, a sweet and affectionate name for a pig. Truffles, a cute and fitting name for a pig, as truffles are a type of edible fungi that pigs are often used to locate. Wilbur, a classic name for a pig, inspired by the character Wilbur in the book Charlotte's Web. What would be a good name for a horse? Apollo, a strong and regal name for a horse, inspired by the Greek god of the sun. Blaze, a fitting name for a horse with a white marking on its face that resembles a blaze. Dakota, a strong and classic name for a horse. Echo, a graceful and elegant name for a horse. Ginger, a playful and fitting name for a horse with a reddish-brown coat. Jasper, a strong and classic name for a horse. Mustang, a fitting name for a horse with a wild or untamed spirit. Star, a fitting name for a horse that stands out or shines bright. Willow, a graceful and elegant name for a horse. What would be a good name for a turtle? Shelby, a cute and fitting name for a turtle, inspired by the classic car Shelby. Turtley, a playful and fitting name for a turtle. Speedy, a fitting name for a turtle that is particularly fast. Scooter, a playful and fitting name for a turtle. Spike, a strong and fitting name for a turtle, especially one with spiky shell markings. Turbo, a fitting name for a turtle that is particularly fast. Leonardo, a strong and classic name for a turtle, inspired by the character Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo, a strong and classic name for a turtle, inspired by the character Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Raphael, a strong and classic name for a turtle, inspired by the character Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What would be a good name for an iguana? Iguana, a simple and fitting name for an iguana. Scales, a fitting name for an iguana, as they have scales on their skin. Spike, a strong and fitting name for an iguana, especially one with spiky markings on its back. Sunny, a fitting name for an iguana, as they enjoy basking in the sun. Lizard, a simple and fitting name for an iguana, as they are a type of lizard. Gecko, a fitting name for an iguana, as geckos are a type of lizard. Chameleon, a fitting name for an iguana, as chameleons are a type of lizard known for their ability to change color. Rex, a strong and classic name for an iguana. Gizmo, a cute and playful name for an iguana. What would be a good name for a fox? Foxy, a fitting and playful name for a fox. Rusty, a fitting name for a fox with a reddish-brown coat. Red, a fitting name for a fox with a reddish coat. Vixen, a fitting name for a female fox. Renard, a classic and fitting name for a fox, inspired by the character Renard the Fox in medieval literature. Fennel, a cute and fitting name for a fox, inspired by the herb fennel which has a sweet, licorice-like flavor. Luna, a fitting name for a fox, inspired by the Latin word for moon. Coda, a strong and fitting name for a fox, inspired by the Native American word for friend. Kitsu, a fitting name for a fox, inspired by the Japanese word for fox.